Hey there guys, and welcome to the first part of the answer video for the second question and answer video to appear on the DuctTapeStuff channel. Yesterday I posted a video asking for you guys to send me your questions, and a day later I got 4 full pages of questions to go through, so I'm going to go through 2 pages in this video, and then part 2 I'll go through the other 2 pages. So get ready, I think it's time for story time with Jonathan, so gather around the map with your children. That was supposed to be Yoda, by the way. 2 thumbs up for Star Wars. Woohoo! Anyway. So, first question is, what is your favorite thing to make out of duct tape besides wallets? I think that wallets are pretty much my favorite thing to make, but I think I've been spending a lot of time making duct tape shoes over the past couple weeks, and making shoes is a lot of fun. So that's probably become my second best thing besides wallets. It probably won't replace wallets, but shoes are a lot of fun to make, and watch out for a tutorial coming on that pretty soon. What is your favorite thing to do when you're not duct taping? I would probably say just monitoring YouTube, browsing the channel. I like watching a lot of videos on YouTube from just to make me laugh, watching movie trailers, pretty much anything and everything. So just browsing YouTube, browsing the internet is, what I spend a lot of time doing. What is your favorite color of duct tape, and how much money do you get from commercials? My favorite color of duct tape is kind of a 3-way tie between red, white, and black. How much money do I get from commercials? There's really, unfortunately, no way to tell how much I specifically get from commercials, because all of the money that's generated through advertisements is actually pooled into one giant account on Google, through a Google account, and there's really, unfortunately, no way to figure out how much I actually get from commercials. So, but I have seen a little bit of a rise in my earnings since I put the advertisements and the commercials up. So those are definitely helping to boost the revenues for the channel. Where do you learn to make all of your duct tape items? Well, there isn't really a specific place I learn how to make them. I mean, most of the time I'm just tinkering with duct tape. If someone makes a request, obviously I have to figure out a way to make that, because obviously, sometimes it doesn't actually exist on YouTube before, I make it, so I actually have to come up with a way to do it, and then hopefully not only come up with the way, but also find a way to actually show it to you in a tutorial, which is kind of tricky sometimes. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. What are fold-over lines? Fold-over lines are something that appears when you take like say credit card holders. If you're applying credit card holders to your wallets, when you stick the credit card holders in and you stick that bottom piece which would attach it to the wallet, and you fold over the piece onto the back part of the wallet, which would be your front part when you're folding it, that's called a fold-over line. It creates a line like on the back of the wallet from putting in credit card holders and stuff like that. They bother some people. Typically, personally, I don't think that fold-over lines are that much of a deal. They don't really bother me that much. But to get rid of fold-over lines, usually you take 2 strips of tape, stick them on the back of your wallet once you've completed everything with the wallet, and then that pretty much just makes those a single line where those 2 strips would overlap. I will put a video up on how to do this eventually for those of you who do not want fold-over lines at all in your wallets. So that'll be coming eventually. Do you watch The Office? If so, what is your favorite character? No, I don't really watch The Office. I don't really watch any of the current TV shows. I don't really watch TV at all. I do watch some of the older TV shows, but TV nowadays doesn't really hold my interest at all. What is the most difficult part of making wallets and putting videos on YouTube? The difficult part of making wallets is probably the decorations, because I spend a lot of time coming up with decorations for wallets. Putting videos on YouTube, probably the most difficult part is finding time to put the videos on YouTube, not the actual process itself, but finding the time to run all these crazy videos. I mean, we'll just keep posting them for you guys. That's probably my biggest challenge for the channel. So, how often do you stop by your craft store and get a few new rolls of duct tape? I would say probably every time I'm around that area. If I'm going to Walmart, then that's probably when I go and pick up like a couple rolls, and there's a helicopter going over. But anyway, yeah, so if I'm at Walmart, I'll pick up a few rolls when I'm there. Generally, 2 or 3, depending on if I need a color or something like that. If there's a new design coming out, I always try to pick up at least 3 of those. With the paint splatter and checkerboard, I was picking up as many as were at that location. So if they had 6 of each, I bought 6 of each, because I couldn't find it anywhere. Still really can't find it anywhere. But anyway, let's see. Do you do duct tape braided and woven bracelets? I kind of touched on this on my duct tape lanyard tutorial, but I will be making a whole nother tutorial just on making braided bracelets, because I know a lot of people want to learn specifically how to do that. So that will be coming. Have you ever made a duct tape suit coat? I have not, but I would really like to do that eventually in the channel, to make a whole suit coat out of duct tape. Maybe wear it around to formal events and stuff like that. That would be kind of cool to do. So I do plan on doing that in the future. Can you post a video of just all your duct tape creations in one spot? That would be a lot of creations, but I still think I can do that. So I put that down on the list. Hopefully I'll be able to get that video done sometime. How many duct tape wallets have you made? I would say probably around 90 or so. With the last collections video, that I went from about 83 to about 90, so it's about 90. Have you ever been to Ireland, and if you haven't, would you like to? Yes, absolutely. I've actually never been to Europe. The only time I've been outside the United States is Canada, which I don't really consider being outside the United States, but I would definitely go to Ireland, yes, in a heartbeat. I'll be on the next plane over there, and after I was done in Ireland, I would swim across the Irish Sea to Great Britain, because Great Britain is pretty much where all my ancestry is, and I would kill someone to go there. So, anyway. Yeah. So also, do you like cake, and if so, what is your favorite flavor? Not really a fan of cake, not really a fan of icing. That's why I really don't like cake, because it's just kind of just sugar and just it's gloppy. But anyway, ice cream cake is definitely one of the things on my list though, so that's definitely on there. Can you make a duct tape stuffed animal? I got this question last video. I will be making a tutorial on that eventually. Not too difficult to make, but I will be posting a video on that. Where can you get brown and paint splatter duct tape? Brown you can get at Joann's Fabrics, that's the place I get it, and paint splatter, as far as I know, can only be found at Walmart at the moment. We'll have to see if that goes anywhere else in the future. For the Duct Tape Festival, you're going to be there all 3 days. Yes, I will be there all 3 days, and if you guys want to check out a video on the Duct Tape Festival, I do have a video up, so you guys can check that out right over here. Check that video out, and that'll describe pretty much everything about the Duct Tape Festival. There will be a video coming soon about a little update video about that as well, so stay tuned for that. How much time a week do you spend working with duct tape? I'd say probably generally between an hour and a half a day. It's about that. I mean, there's a lot more time spent monitoring the channel than it is actually making stuff out of duct tape, but generally about an hour and a half a day, you know, making things, tinkering with things, stuff like that. Let's see here. Hopefully I won't lose my place. Do you think that in one of your contests, one of the prizes could be a custom wallet made by you? In the future, I will be making wallets and actually including them in prizes for contests, so that will be coming in the future, yep. This might be weird, but what was your first roll of colored duct tape? This, I believe, is my first roll of colored duct tape. It's a red roll. It pretty much has nothing on it because I think I saved it because, you know, I wanted to just keep my first roll that I made. It isn't Duct brand. It's actually Scotch. I don't know if you can kind of see that in there, but it isn't made by Duct brand. And my first wallet that I actually made was made out of Scotch tape. So, Scotch, not Duct brand. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. But yeah, it was made out of Scotch, and it was a red one, which is shown in Collections Volume 1 if you want to go see it. Let's see, can you make a Red Bull wallet for your collections vid? Actually, I do have a Red Bull wallet in one of my collections videos. It's in Collections Volume number 7, so if you want to check that out, let's put it over here. So you can check that out over here in Collections Volume number 7. Do you live with your mom? Well, actually, yeah, I still live with my family at the moment, but that is going to change fairly soon, and in the future I will be posting a couple videos explaining that soon. So, yeah, at the moment I live with my family, but that's probably going to change pretty soon. I'll explain that later. What is the craziest thing that you have made with duct tape? At the moment, probably the shoes. Just pretty crazy making them. Pretty crazy that they actually work. I was really surprised about that. So, yeah, definitely the shoes are probably the craziest thing at the moment that I made out of duct tape. So, moving right along to page number 2, we have how much would it cost to ship a wallet from Canada to New York? It would probably depend on weight and customs. That's a pretty good question. It would depend, you know, like on where you are in Canada. So I really couldn't look that up because I didn't really know, where in Canada you are. So you probably have to go online and check out where you are, and you could probably type in your address, and then you could find out specifically how much it would cost to ship something to where you're trying to ship it to. If you could only have 3 colors of duct tape for the rest of your life, what would the colors be? For the basic colors, it would be red, black, and white, my 3 favorite colors. And for if they had to be designs, they would be houndstooth, checker, and baroque. All of those black and white colors. Are you going to show how to make duct tape weapons like fake guns and tomahawks and stuff like that? Probably in the future. I'm probably going to show you guys how to make like different kinds of props out of duct tape. So you can, if you have like a school play or something along those lines, you can make a whole bunch of different cool stuff out of duct tape. So that'll be coming in the future. Hey, do you think you can do a tutorial on how to make an airsoft pistol holster? I will add that to the list. Airsoft, if you didn't guys know, is like it's like a war simulation game, more or less, where you shoot plastic little BBs at people. Usually it's done on fields like paintball is. Why do you like Gaga music? This is probably because of my wristband that you guys picked out in my other video, my Pray for Japan wristband, which Lady Gaga put up for a while back. I don't really know why I really like her music. I mean, I'm a fan of rock music and pop music, and for the rock music I really like The Who, and for pop music Lady Gaga seems to have like the best pop music that I really like to listen to, and I like to kind of dance to every now and then. So that's why I listen to her music. Not really sure exactly why, but that's pretty much why. Are you going to do something about those black columns on the sides of the screen? Yeah, those black columns are pretty annoying, aren't they? Well, guess what? Eventually I will be filming in widescreen because a new camera is on the way. Should be here 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully, probably right after the festival, unfortunately, is when it's going to show up. So we'll be filming in widescreen eventually, and we'll get rid of those ugly black columns on the sides of the screen because those are really annoying. They annoy me. I'm not sure if they annoy you, but they definitely annoy me. Can you make a vid showing how to make a duct tape basketball hoop? Yeah, I'll definitely add that to the list, see if I can come up with a good prototype for that. Could you try to make everything 100% out of duct tape? In my videos, I usually do try to make things 100% out of duct tape, but obviously, it doesn't always happen. Sometimes I like to incorporate other things as well into the channel, into the other videos I make. So hybrid tutorials kind of introduced that, but there were a few tutorials a while back where I did use different things. So yeah, I'll try to make things that is 100% duct tape in the future, but not a guarantee. There's going to be some things that do use other things besides duct tape. Was the stop sign in the question and answer 2 video made out of duct tape? The epic stop sign. Stop! Actually, it wasn't made out of duct tape. It's actually made out of cardboard. You can see cardboard on the back here, and I just painted it with acrylic paint. So yeah, I had a lot of fun cutting that out, and obviously it worked because a lot of these questions aren't the same from the other videos. I got a few in there, but they weren't the same from the last 2 videos. Where can I find a Michaels near me? Michaels does have a store locator on their website, so probably just type in your zip code and you'll probably be able to find a store pretty close to you. Do you like bacon? Yeah, I do, not in huge amounts, but I do like a slice every now and then, maybe for breakfast. Can you make a duct tape fortune teller? I'm assuming you don't mean like making an actual person fortune teller out of duct tape, but I think I remember correctly, there is some sort of little doohickey thing that you can make that kind of shows your fortune, like depending on something like that. I remember something a while back in the day where you would make some little object and it would show your fortune if you wrote it on it, or something like that. I'll look into that, and hopefully I can put a tutorial together for making something like that out of duct tape. Can you make a flat flower ring? A lot of the flowers that I have are kind of, obviously they are pretty big flowers and stuff like that, but I will work on trying to make a flat one. Not really sure how it's going to work, but I'll add that to the prototype list. How come on the Rubik's Cube wallet you didn't put a 6th side and put orange on it? I didn't put a 6th side because basically when I set the Rubik's Cube wallet up, the bottom part obviously is hidden because it's sitting on the bottom part, so I didn't really add an extra side for that, and orange just happened to be the color that was left out, so I didn't put it on there. I didn't even actually use the official Rubik's Cube colors on there, I don't think. I think there was one color that I included, but I didn't even bother to look it up. I just, cut out the different color squares. What is your favorite subject in school? Probably in college is probably, advertising and marketing, something that I can have to do with the channel, because a lot of the channel does have to do with advertising, marketing, stuff like that. So I do like learning about things that I can incorporate into the channel through college. Let's see here. Do you have a job? If so, where do you work at? I do have a part-time job at my local hospital. That's actually why I had to film late at night, because I was actually working earlier. And I'm working in the food services department of my local hospital, so that's where I work. What do you do with your duct tape things, and also, what do you do with your duct tape things? Basically, after I make them, I show them around a little bit, kind of like the wallets and stuff like that, but mostly they just get stored in my workstation. I have a video up about that a while back. And do you have a girlfriend? Unfortunately, no. Here. Anyway, so yeah, now I don't have a girlfriend, at least not yet. How do you get people to subscribe and comment on your channel? I think at this point the people for the channel are just kind of finding it and commenting on it, because it has gotten pretty popular because it's become the main channel for duct tape on YouTube, so that's probably where a lot of the subscribers and comments are coming from, because they're just funneling in from just watching duct tape videos on YouTube. Let's see here. Lost my spot. Where is the best place to buy duct tape for cheap money? Walmart is usually the best place at $3.37 a roll. If you guys go to Michaels Arts and Crafts store, sometimes they have coupons and they're circulars, and online you can get like a 50% off coupon, or sometimes it's a 40% off coupon. Their duct tape is about roughly $5 a roll, but with that 40 or 50% coupon, it comes to about $2.50, sometimes a little over $3. So that is definitely cheaper than $3.37 at Walmart. Let's see here. Do you have a script that you follow when you make your tutorial videos? No, actually I don't. Not when I make tutorials. Like I have this, this script here right now for this video, but for my tutorials I'm mostly just willy-nilly making it up as I go along, kind of loosey-goosey kind of thing, but that's kind of why I mess up sometimes, and I kind of like fall over myself with the words, because sometimes I just don't have a script. I'm kind of just going with the flow and just, showing you the creation as I'm making it. So it's kind of loosey-goosey. About how many rolls have you used? I've used about 80 rolls of duct tape over the years, I'd say. I have about 140 now, so it went up from 104 from my other video. So, I know it's random, but can you doogie? I actually had to look that up. It's actually, from what I understand, doogie is kind of like a hip-hop dance kind of thing. That's probably what I saw when I looked it up. Probably not. I do kind of dance occasionally, pretty much when no one's looking. But, yeah, I'm probably not. I'm probably not too good at the hip-hop kind of dance. But it is something I can learn, though. Incorporate that into a video. That'd be fun, right? Yeah. That'd be hilarious. How would I make a flip-down ID holder? Well, to make a flip-down ID holder, you would check out 2 of my videos that I have up already and then combine those 2. So for the first one, you're going to check out the flip-down credit card holder, which is over here. So you could incorporate that, and then also you're going to check out my mini tutorial on how to make an ID holder, which is over here. If you combine those 2, you're pretty much going to learn how to make a flip-down ID holder. Pretty much the exact 2 different things, but if you combine them, you're going to get a flip-down ID holder. So that pretty much concludes the first half of the answer video for the question and answer video. So yeah, so stay tuned for the second part soon, which will go over page 3 and 4. Don't miss it. Here's the annotation for it. Eventually, when it comes up, it's going to be over here. So check out that annotation for the second part. Catch you next time.